is probably the most timber I transported with this bike. Oh man, that's 15 meters, a bit over 15 meters in total. So I'm appropriately exhausted, so I don't gonna do much today because everything hurts. That's also a side effect of quarantine, so yeah, get muscle atrophy. Anyways, I will store the timber nicely under my boat and return tomorrow to start working on the planking. Walk jail. But yeah, it's essentially makes it far easier to move all my stuff around. I don't have to do multiple tours to the barn. Oh god, so much weight to the barn. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy a short breakfast, and then I like to continue building the lid, which will transform this box into a table for my tools that I don't use at the moment. I tried to do as best as I could, put out the strakes from the port section. The strakes in the top I didn't put out yet. This will be up next, but I want to kind of introduce a reference point. And now that I think about it, I think the reference point of the house would be perfect. So I think I will put out the strake right in front next to the house very quickly. Give me a second. Will not take long, I'm pretty sure. I'm hopeful. I cobbled together very quickly a very, very dodgy version of a scarfing jig because, well, I thought maybe it's a cool idea to just do those cuts in consecutive ways and almost the same thing. So it's essentially an angled version of the cutting jig that I already have. All in bits and pieces. Right, I'm gonna continue making essentially a longer straight out of that, and first I have to measure how long it has to be in the end. That's not how I planned it. Fuck. Ow. No. This is, let's say, alright-ish. The strike itself is pretty straight. It's very nice, but in alignment with the house, it does not align with the actual center line of the boat, which the old planking also didn't do, to be fair. So what I think I should do to remedy that, in trusting the original builders of this boat and putting a line from this from the steering here way up to the front, and use this as my center line, as a mark. And I'm not sure if this will go, but then I definitely have to cut out some pieces on the inner section of this pretty large strike. But on the other hand, the scarfings are very nice, and as you have noticed, they're stable enough to hold the timber in place, at least just with the screws for now, to move it around and place it and maybe take it apart later. But it will be dark very soon, so I actually contemplating going home, because, yeah, let's face it, I really have to take all the strakes out at one time and put them in a more concise manner. But anyways, I'm very happy with this table. It does its job very well. Okay, let's wrap this up, and we see us next time.